says, let's go and have a look. This guy had no idea what was going on or how close he was. So what we realized was that we're getting terabytes and terabytes of footage every day. And a drone operator and an observer might be chatting, and they look away for 2 seconds and there's a shark there. So
it is from this framework regulation, legislation which is the Zimbabwe Act, which gives power or certain provisions of power to the secondary legislation, which are the regulations that we use. And the rate at which the drone technology has been moving has posed a challenge for countries to keep pace as far as the regulation of the drone industry is concerned.
So why do we need a digital agricultural revolution? Basically, the FAO is saying that we need, we're going to have a population of around about 9.6 billion people by 2050. We're looking, I think we're about 7 billion at the moment. And in order to be able to feed this number of people, excuse me, we need to increase food supply by about 70%, but only with 5% more land.
So we fly the drone, we do the auto-mosaic section, and over here you can already see on the one side here, let's see, have a laser. You can already see areas like over here, for example, maybe up here. It's a little bit yellow there, so you would expect there to be some damage over there. And what we can do then is we can actually classify these things into vegetation indexes. Okay, this is all software driven. This is done with a fairly low-cost drone.
That's network. It's part of our network that we have mapped within our GIS system. And drones, they actually play a pivotal role in collecting accurate data so that we are able to pinpoint exactly where our equipment is. Then, I think most of us will remember 2018, where Cyclone Idai hit our nation, on the eastern part of our country.
Kisumu, across Kenya, that could be providing this training themselves. They have the local knowledge, they have the local activity, they understand the local language, the local culture, and unlike our Canadian friends, they're not going to disappear the day after the training, right? They'll still be there. They'll be able to continue supporting their own country's Red Cross. So what we're really about at We Robotics and why we founded We Robotics in 2015 is because for us, we want people to hire smart, which means to hire local,
right? So there's 6 to 7 rivers in Dar es Salaam which are considered high risk. And annually, we map these rivers, we collect the drone data, and we help improve the flood modeling along those rivers. And as I mentioned before, for the post-disaster analysis, we also create these kind of data products and also train the stakeholders from the emergency response team.
Actually, Dad Tawanda mentioned this in the previous when he was here and talking. So this means that in as much as we are operating in a commercial space, we have a duty to also adhere by the humanitarian code of conduct. And this is because we are collecting information and people need to essentially respect the rights of people that we are collecting the data from.
So the process of getting a map starts with you flying in sequence and in a series of flying lines. Then you have a series of photos that are adjacent that can connect. Then you eventually have what we call an auto-mosaic. So everybody here was talking about high resolution auto-mosaic. And my thinking was, of course, I understand what an auto-mosaic is, but for some reason, if you type it in your Microsoft Word, you get that little funny red line below it, suggests maybe it's not a common word, right?
Resolution with this one. So when it is for large scale lifting, you would rather use the EB one because of the error coverage. Also, the most important thing about it is you can see the black. This black thing, which we use for RTK. I think most of us know what RTK is, real-time kinematics. And the other thing with this is you can also connect to virtual bases around the world, like
the Trimble RTX, which gives you about 2.5 centimeter accuracy.